Do you know what's funny? I've realized that with regards to this whole red pill thingy, not just red pill, just in terms of going viral, in terms of being promoted in the algorithm, in this YouTube space, in the internets, have you noticed? And I'm not throwing shots. I am not throwing shots, okay? So if this applies to some of the people that I'm going to mention, look, no disrespect. I'm not saying you are, I'm not saying you aren't. I'm just expunging what we've seen out there. So this is not my opinion. Have you noticed that the people that tend to have like these high numbers, and it's very prominent in Hollywood as well, it's people that have been alleged with either video or photographic evidence of them engaging in some, Coach Greg Adams refers to them as those who have a little too much sugar in their pockets, if you know what I mean. Skittles. Them engaging in some form of cuckoldry, them have pictures exposed of them sleeping in the same bed with men, or them just being, alleged to be, of the Skittles community. You know Skittles, right? Skittles are colorful. Which community, which marginalized and protected community has a bunch of colors in it? A demographic that you're not allowed to criticize. That group, okay? Have you noticed? It's usually those type of people that are suspect. I'm not saying they are, but also Abba and Preach have been alleged to be, to have a little too much sugar in their pockets. Preach himself has, they do these shows, these stand-up comedy shows, and Preach, and we've seen Preach in this tight-fitting onesie, these tights, and, acting a little too flamboyant for comfort. And it's like, look at Destiny. Destiny, I don't even need to like Destiny. Destiny is obvious, okay? He himself has admitted he's of that ilk, the Skittles ilk. He has too much sugar in his pocket, engaging in these alternative type of lifestyles. Sneeko has made a video saying that he has an ex-girlfriend that he likes to watch getting pounded in the sack. Cuckoldry. And these people have like these astronomical number of subscribers and views, and they get up on these IRLs and they just sit there and just talk about nothing, and they get like these massive amount of views. I'm like, the hell? But maybe that's the cheat code. I'm not saying I am. No, not for me. Not for me. I'm just saying that it has to be YouTube politics when it comes to who certain people network with. For example, have you ever wondered why does Angry Man at this point? Angry Man is one of the original founders of the Manosphere, and he has excellent talking points. A lot of people use Angry Man's talking points. Even I use it. I use some of Angry Man's lingo, some of his catchphrases. Straggle daggle. Brittany Renner has used the term straggle in one of her Instagram videos. You can't tell me that she's not watching us. Of course she watches us. Where do you think she gets the word straggle from? The Angry Man, Coach Greg Adams, they watch us. Maybe not me in particular, not yet. But come on, these people watch us. So Angry Man being a prominent figure in the space, I have respect for Angry Man. I've criticized Angry Man because, you're not always going to agree with everyone. But look, Angry Man has earned his colors, respectfully so. My salutes to the Angry Man. But have you ever wondered, how come Angry Man never gets invited over to Valuetainment, the Saucecast, FreshandFit? Huh? How come Angry Man never gets invited to these other podcasts? these Fresh and Fit's ripoffs, whatever podcast. How come Angry Man, he's just over there doing his own thing? He's made it known that he wants to join out a podcast. He wants to be interviewed by other guys to, help him, grow his numbers and get some clout. He deserves it. But Angry Man himself, he's proven to be, a real one. He's a real one. And what does the Matrix tend to shy away from? The real ones. Meanwhile, you have Fresh and Fit, they get invited everywhere. And like I said, Marion himself is, there's pictures that resurfaced on the internet of him being in bed with, guys. Now, he has given his own explanation, like, look, we're just having fun. We just came out from, the rowing contest, and he was just like, there were just a bunch of guys just shooting the breeze, having fun. We don't know. I don't know. I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying that it is there's a pattern here. Myron, if you're watching this, no disrespect to you, but listen, we cannot deny that there's a pattern here of certain people that have been alleged to have too much sugar in their pockets. They tend to have some YouTube success. They get invites, they get pushed up in the algorithm, they have other channels doing reactions out of on them. And then the real ones, oh no, they pretend like we don't exist. Coach Greg Adams himself, he's had like 1 or 2 invites. Okay, shout out to Adam Sosnick. He's had him over debating Hafiz. But that's about it. That's about it. And a lot of people use Coach Greg Adams' catchphrases. I use them himself. For example, Coach Greg Adams, CGA, has come up with a new funny word. Duke shooters. He said, "No, I don't want to play. I don't want to react to no Duke shooters, because Dookie, fudge, backdoor action. Dookie shooters. So yeah, man, I've seen a pattern here. The real ones, they tend to tend to pretend like we don't exist. They don't want to give us our flowers. Why? YouTube politics." Even Ben Shapiro, Candace Owens, they would much rather go to whatever Michael knows YouTube. They would much rather go over to whatever podcast ripped off straight from Fresh and Fit. And whatever podcast now has, I think they have 2 million more subscribers than Fresh and Fit. I think they're currently sitting at 3.5 million subs. Fresh and Fit is sitting at 1.8, 1.9, somewhere there. And Fresh and Fit have been going viral, and they've been doing some work. They've been flying over to UK, doing interviews with Andrew Tate. They have more impact. And they actually go above and beyond in talking about certain topics that, are taboo in this YouTube space, such as the JQ. Hosted Nick Fuentes. I mean, Fresh and Fit has made more of an impact than whatever podcast. Whatever podcast did, ripped and copied and pasted straightly from Fresh and Fit. They use the exact blueprint. But Ben Shapiro would much rather go to them. You know why? I don't want to be this guy, but whatever podcast is a safer white version of Fresh and Fit. Less controversial, a little bit more blue-pilled compared to Fresh and Fit. Now, Fresh and Fit, they go hard in the paint. Now, some of these tradcons, they can't afford to smear their image in the bad light by associating themselves with Fresh and Fit. I understand their rules of engagement. I'm not saying it's right, but I understand the why. It's still messed up, though. Come over to Fresh and Fit and let us challenge you. Okay? The only thing I agree with the tradcons is when it comes to marriage. Now, Fresh and Fit, they have a whole different take on marriage. Myron Gaines himself talks about how men need to sleep with at least 50 women first before getting married, because these women out there are 304s. I'm sorry, Myron. I have given you your flowers, I have given you respect, but this is where you and I, we butt heads.